propaganda I'm not falling for, and ladies, you shouldn't fall for it either in all 2025. So number one, just because I came from poverty doesn't mean that I'm going to stay in poverty. Just because my family didn't grow up rich and I didn't come from wealth, it does not mean that I'm going to keep living my life in poverty. Just because you live in poverty doesn't mean that that is your identity and that is your whole entire life. Just because you're living in the projects, just because you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're in credit card debt, you're probably at your lowest of lows. You probably in a shelter, because I had to experience going through a shelter, doesn't mean that is your life. That's just a chapter in your book. That is not your story. Your book is still being written. And that's exactly why I created my Manifest Like a Millionaire digital journal. It's in the link below in the description. If you want to manifest, I'm not a millionaire yet, but if you want to manifest, if you want to change your belief system, if you want to shift your mindset, then grab my Manifest Like a Millionaire journal. It's $11.11. You could be thriving instead of surviving. Doesn't mean that you got to live in poverty. Doesn't mean that you have to think that is okay, that you have to think that is normal. I refuse to believe just where I came from and how I grew up, that's what I have to be for me and my daughter. That's the cycle I have to repeat. Number two, another propaganda I'm really not falling for is just because they're your family, they're your blood, that means that you got to tolerate them and you got to deal with them for the rest of your life. I do not believe in that. I don't care if you're my family. I don't care if I'm related to you. I do not care how much history we got together. The history is never going to keep me in the misery. If you are fake, if you are a hater, if you preying on my downfall, if you wishing bad on me, if you just talk bad about me behind my back, you see all my stuff on social media, you can't even like it, you can't even support me, but you want to be all nosy, you want to talk bad about me. Y'all already know how fake people get. Y'all know how fake relatives are. You know, they be your biggest enemies. They always be watching your social media, always be watching what you got going on, but they never want to like it. But when it comes to other family members, they want to hop on their bandwagon because they just jealous of you. They hating on you. They don't want to see you win. And if you fall in any of those categories, you are getting cut the F off. And me, I'm no stranger of cutting people off, especially people that I grew up with or I got a history with or people I'm familiar with. If you are toxic, if you're phony, if you just don't serve me anymore, you are getting out of my life. And that is just propaganda I am not falling for, because I grew up in a Hispanic home and a lot of Hispanics believe that, you know, just because we're blood, we got to tolerate you, we got to deal with you. And I don't believe in that. I believe if you're phony, if you just not for me, you're not for my child, you don't bring me peace, you could get the F off my life and keep it moving. Number three, propaganda I'm definitely not falling for. Just because I have a child with somebody, I got to stay with them. I don't know why a lot of people think this is normal. Let me just stay with this person because this is convenient, this is easy. I'm not falling for that. Just because we have a baby together, just because we created a family, don't mean I'm going to stay with you. If you are a cheater, if you are a liar, if you are a manipulator, listen, you just break me instead of building me up, you are getting cut off too. You can't really cut off the co-parent, but I'm not staying with you. I refuse to believe just because I'm lonely, I'm horny, I'm bored, I got a baby with this person, I got to stay with them. My peace means everything to me. Just because I got a baby with you or you got a kid with somebody and you know that person ain't right for you, y'all know y'all don't even align with each other. Y'all not even in the same journey with each other. Y'all are so mismatched and unaligned. Just because you have a child together, that's the only thing that you guys really got in common. Don't mean y'all gotta stay together. If this person don't fulfill you, this person don't make you happy, this person don't even bring you peace, don't mean you gotta stay with them. Number four, propaganda I'm not falling for is marriage should not exist in this generation. This generation is disgusting. The dating pool sucks, but I still believe in marriage. A happy, healthy marriage. I still want to be a wife. I still want to come home and be locked in with my husband, my little family. I'm a family girl. I'm a relationship girl. I've always been a relationship girl. You know, my mom and my dad, they're still together till this day. They're happily married. My mother and father are still happily married till this day. Mostly everybody I know, I've always been the only girl that had parents that are still together, married, and are happy. I refuse to believe just because this generation is disgusting, the dating pool sucks, the people around you, just not it. I refuse to believe that marriage shouldn't exist. I want to be married. I want to be a wife to the right person. I don't ever think you should settle for less. I don't ever think you should marry somebody just because. You should wait for the perfect person to come to you at the right time. You should pray about it. You should fix yourself, be the right person so that you could attract the right person. Another propaganda I'm not falling for, I think a lot of y'all are not going to like me for this, especially the women, but I refuse to believe that a man should pay for everything. I see it all the time on social media, especially on TikTok. Even with girls like I surround myself with, I just refuse to believe that a man should pay for everything. I feel like if you guys are building on something, if you really want something real with somebody, I feel like it should be equal. I'm not saying that you guys should split the bills 50-50. I think it really pertains to each couple, to each person, where you are in your life. But I refuse to believe where I'm just going to take everything from a man. I am the type of woman, I like to spoil my man. I like to be a provider too. I like to bring something to the table. I kind of think it's whack for a woman to just take. Let me spend everything he got. Let me spend all his money. I think it's kind of selfish, because if you really love that person, why are you taking everything from him? That's just my thought process. I feel like the person that I'm meant to be with, whoever I'm dating, I'm not going to take everything. I want to make sure that it is an equal partnership and it's not a dependentship. I feel like nowadays, a lot of women, even men, they just want help. They don't want love. They just want someone that they could depend on, someone that they could rely on. They want someone to do everything for them. And I just think that is so whack. Be someone's peace as well. Don't just be their headache. Don't just be their burden. So that's propaganda I'm not going to fall for. Another propaganda I'm not falling for is that I got to go to church to have a relationship with God. Listen, I do not need to go to church to have a relationship with God. What me and God has is between me and the Lord, in my house, in my peace, in my sanctuary, away from everybody, because everybody does not need to be in my prayers. Everybody does not need to know what I be talking about, what I be praying for. They be hating on you anyways. I feel like the only person you should vent to, the only person you should really talk to is God. So I'm not going to church to be doing that. I come from a family, like relatives, people I'm not really close to. They all go to church every week, and they're the most fakest, biggest hypocrites, most two-faced people ever. So I don't believe that I need to go to a church to have a relationship with God. You know, a lot of people go to church, act crazy Monday through Saturday, trying to be acting holy on Sunday, and I don't think it works like that. I think that's just so phony. My relationship with God is me, him, in my house, in my peace, away from everybody. So these are propagandas that I'm not falling for. And ladies and men, if you could relate, please put your comments down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.